Hi everybody, Echo here, and welcome to another video. Today we are going to be hopping into probably one of my favorite Minecraft servers, Autcraft. Autcraft is a safe place for autistic people and their families. I've been here for a few months and I love every second. But we'll talk more about that later. For today's video, I figured I would give you a tour of my base and what I've done so far on my journey here in Autcraft. So sit back, relax, and let's get this started. Alright, so this is spawn, but we'll explore spawn in another video probably. Today we're gonna head home to my base. So, hang on, I don't know how to type. So anyway, apparently it's almost morning, thank goodness. I don't want to deal with phantoms. But anyway, this is my home. I've been working on it since around the beginning of January, and it's been turned into something I can be really proud of. So over here is the castle, or the Diamond Orchid Keep. It's kind of like a castle. Hang on. There we go. I wanted to try out some of the new blocks when I started building this. Weird. Okay. So this is how it turned out. I got some of the pelt oak wood in it and did a little bit of cherry for the ceiling. I think there's a witch in my attic, but we won't worry about that. And then since I changed my name to be Echo the Diamond, of course I had to build with some diamonds. So I got some diamonds to the wall. Really pretty. Got some little statues. This is the queen of the Diamond Orchid Kingdom. I always make sure to bow to her because she watches over the land. And so I'll just show you guys around the keep. This place does have a secret doorbell, but I can't show you it because it might count for copyright. So if you'd like to see it and you're happen to play on Autcraft, then feel free to message me and you can come check it out. Over here, it's still a little empty in here. We got the map of the place and just a little lava pool, which I might move eventually. In here is it's empty at the moment, but it's where I keep my armor because I can be really lazy and not want to put my armor on. And so that just automatically does it for me, so I don't have to worry about it. It's just how I am. Over here is a little bit of a workshop area with a little lava farm and some paintings, and then I think that's the Dragon Slayer head, but I think this place is empty. Book of colors. What is that? Ah, it's supposed to be closed. You know what, just ignore that. This place is organized. Oh! No! Bad! How did you get up here? Bad. You don't scare people. Oh! Ow. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I don't know how we got up here. But he turned my villagers into zombies. Oh yeah, I also have a resource pack on. And it makes the villagers animals. I have no idea why. So, I will kill them later. Ignore the grass plots. I have some endermen who love helping me decorate. So that's that. Are they decorating my kitchen again? Apparently so. Okay, that's fine. Everything's fine. Over here we have a little bit of enchanting set up with like an illusioner head. Oh, that's where I put all my potion ingredients. And most of my other potions. Actually, I think this place is empty right now. Dang it, I'll have to grab some apples from the other place. Up here is where I keep my enchanted butts. And just an enchanting table. I thought this was one of my cutest designs. And then we have the table where you can sit on the chairs and eat. And that's pretty much it for up here. My bedroom is really empty, ignore that. Over here, I rescued these two from the ocean. And so they're just sitting in the quick getaway boat. And here, this is Creek and Missy. Creek was my first friend at this base. He started out as a pig and was struck by lightning around the beginning. And so he just was here for me through most of the build process of this place. And so I just let him stay. And then Missy, we can learn more about her a little later. She also has a story of why she's here. And this guy, I saved him. I don't know why. He stole my land and he's not very friendly. So we're going to leave him be for a bit. But yeah, that's pretty much the keep. Up there's a storage room, but it doesn't look the greatest, so we won't go up there. Not sure what to do with this tower here. It's a really awkward tower. These two horses actually were my first horses in the game. So I built them a little stable here. They had their saddle and their armor. Pretty cool horses. That one's like a 15 harder. And that one has 12. Yeah. It gets confusing sometimes. There's a cat and a composter. I don't know why. I think a zombie knocked her in. But she likes it in there. I can't get out of my own house. Over here, this is Chili. Inspiration came from Bluey. And then this is Daisy's home. This sniffer is Daisy. Hi Daisy, what you doing in the corner? Daisy, come here. Look at me. The resource pack also makes it look like a little caterpillar, and I absolutely love it. Hi Daisy. And then this guy, I think, spawned on the roof and then fell off the roof and landed in here. So he just kind of hangs out in here. There's a lot of random stuff in here. I don't know. Oh yeah, over here, this is a custom tree I tried to make. It went horribly wrong. I cannot do trees, apparently. But anyway, this is Serenity. She just kind of sits here, and so whenever I need to relax, I just sit here with her. And she's really cute. Hi, girl. She says hi. And let me just put those away. Yeah, that's pretty much the Diamond Orchid Keep. If we continue down this way, it's kind of like built into on top of a mountain, so I got this nice gradient for the hill going. Let me just turn some of these vines. In here is like a little wolf den I had made for all my wolves. This one is the only one that's still hanging out here, but they pretty much enjoyed it in there. This is Hana. I think I need to heal her soon, so we'll do that. She's just hanging out here. I made this little camp over here. It's like a guards area for like guarding the keep. So they had these little tents, and I think it turned out pretty cute. I also was practicing doing some armor stand type stuff, since we have an armor stand plugin, and so kind of complicated to figure out, but once you get the hang of it, it makes it a lot easier. This is Tabby. She's themed off of a cat I had in real life many years ago. And so yeah, this is kind of like the little camp area. There's nothing out that way yet. I'm not really sure what to put out this direction. But if we continue this way, then we have this little pond up here next to the staircase. And then over here, I made this little bandit camp. So I did some little armor stand statue fun. So this one's eating some bacon. And she lost a marshmallow on the ground. And then she's trying to stay awake, but fell asleep while standing guard. This is Spot. He's also helping guard. Then we have Intruders and Bandit, the cat. And then these two are gonna go after the Diamond Orchid Keep up there. And so I just made this little hideout place, which I thought turned out really cool. But there used to be a pillager up here. I'm not sure what happened to it, but it just vanished one day, so I'll have to see if I can figure that out. I also have a few more tents. I'm not sure what to put in the center here, since I already have this campfire. We also have a little cart over here. It's a cute design I came up with, and I think it's really adorable. If you'd like to see a tutorial for it, then feel free to let me know. You can pretty much pile anything you want in it, and then with the horse, if you were to just tie a lead underneath the cart, like under a block. Then the horse stays put like right here. And it's really cool. You can even sit on the horse and it makes it look like you're driving the cart. Really cool design. I really like it. But anyway, to continue the tour, I have these little scarecrow things. Apparently that pumpkin right there was stolen by an Enderman one time. I don't know how. I thought they were scared of pumpkins, but apparently they're not. So who knows? Let's see. This place is so huge I don't know where to go next. We can go this way, I guess. Down this way is my little animal area, and I have some little stables. This is Caramel. And then we have Toast. He gets a little burnt sometimes. This is the chicken pen. Oh, those are eggs. There's also, the rabbit's supposed to be in the pen over there, but she came over here apparently. We have the pig area. And then the cows and sheep live in here. Pretty cute. I might redo the design a little bit. But for now, this is what we're working with. Over here, I came up with this little water wheel design. It's kind of hard to see with shaders on, but there's like water in the background, and really cute. I also have quite a few horses, so this is Cinnamon. This is the little marketplace I have. I have a few shops that sell stuff. Apparently I'm running out of stuff. Okay, I will stock those later. Yeah, I really need to stock these shops. Yeah, I gotta find it. Okay, how we doing? We're running out of wheat and apples, but that's okay. And we're out of everything but armadillo scoops. Seeing as the sun is going down, it might get kind of dangerous up here. So we're gonna go look at a few places that are gonna be less dangerous. So still waiting on turtle eggs to hatch. Over there I have a giant dolphin statue, but we'll get to that in a minute. This is one of my turtles, Kelpie. Hey Kelpie, why aren't you in the water? Kelpie's doing her thing, I don't know what she's doing. But if we jump in here, this was a giant lake I had, and so I drained the entire thing, and then decorated it so you can see the walls, they're kind of like a gradient color. Ignore the skull, because that's for a different build that you will see in a minute. But then we have the corals, and there's a few skeleton horses down here. Oh, that one's new. I also have some fish. I did have a dolphin, but it's kind of hard to keep dolphins. It's a whole long process, and sadly we lost Whistle. But this is Tadpole. He's been in the lake about as long as Whistle was, and even longer now. And then over here is Shelly. She was also down here with Whistle. But we have the ocean prince, which I tried to make him look like a mermaid. We have some little nautilus shells. I have a resource pack, which is making them kind of glitch out a bit, but pretty cute. And then we have this ship. Inspiration came from a ship wreck I found out in the ocean and then just rebuilt it here. Since I can't even get into it. There we go. That's a little blocked off just to keep some of the animals safer. I was gonna use magma blocks, but they became dangerous, so we were able to just sand. And so the fish and turtles love to just jump out of it. It's lots of fun to do it. Yeah. And then there is some magma blocks down here, but they are blocked from being able to go like downwards elevators, so that way nothing gets dragged down. We had a catastrophe with that. Over here is Whistle's grave. I tried to make it look like a little trident type shape. That was her favorite ball. And sadly she was lost, but not forgotten. Over here we have Bag of Bones. He has to hang out down here a bit. And then the other one is over here. Yeah, it's kind of slow swimming. This is Rhett. And then up here this is the dolphin statue. The design came from Meg Ray. I do a lot of her build tutorials. She does stuff like statues and everything. Really amazing. And then, but yeah, that's pretty much the lake. Seeing as it is still night for a while, we can go down here. Enderman love decorating in here too. Hopefully there is not another creeper down here. They jump scared me so bad the other night. I think we're good. It is kind of dark in here. But anyway, this is my headroom. Because in this server, if you kill mobs, they have a chance of dropping heads. And so most people just do them like on walls and everything. And I was going to do that. I did that in my old base. But I figured I want to do something different. Not what I've seen, but just try to do my own design for something. So I made this. The first floor we have is the end floor. And so you can also get shinies. So they're like the mob heads, just rarer and a lot cooler. So this is the shiny area. I have a shiny endermite and a shiny enderman, and then just some of the shiny shulkers. You can get the shulkers in this server are also randomly colored, so you can get every single color of head for each one, which I think is pretty cool. Except I don't think I have a spot for the shiny regular one, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. You can also get a gem shulker, which is like rainbow, which is also really cool. And so then I just have the regular shulker heads just scattered around the end city area. I have a ship. The ceiling is kind of like a bee. I thought it was a really cool design. Totally by accident, but I love it in the end, which is why there's Skulk up there. Because right up there's the lake. And then for the Enderman and the dragon, I did them as like little armor stand statues. So these two, this one wanted to ride the dragon, and then this is the dragon, and this is a giant dragon statue. The design is also by Nicole's Minecraft Creations, but reimagined by me, so I changed the blocks and the colors and everything. But this dragon's trying to sleep, which I thought was really cute. And then this one's flying on the dragon, and then this one's riding down the tail, and she's all annoyed because he's like trying to sleep here and guard the headroom. Really cute. And then there's some chorus plants. Oh, new person joined. Hang on. Alright, just gonna say welcome. Over here, I wanted to try to make a way to get down to floors, and I couldn't make it work very well inside the buildings. So I made this little elevator. Really pretty. We'll take this all the way down so we can admire it. It's still a really big work in progress. Each floor is really big, and so it's been taking me quite a while. It took me about 2 weeks maybe to finish that floor up there. And so we just come down here, and each floor, there's like 5 floors I think. Each one is a different part of either the overworld or the end or something. So we have the end up there. This is the overworld floor. So we're gonna have like the plains and forest biome mobs in that area, with snowy mobs, ocean, swamp mobs, and then desert mobs in that area. And then if we go down, it's a little darker. We're gonna have cave mobs, like monsters and everything. And then the floor below that's gonna be the nether. And then the very bottom floor is gonna be for like all of my event stuff and all that kind of stuff. So pretty cool. But we can go back up. This dragon was also made by Meg Ray, kinda like the dolphin statue was. I thought it was really cool. She did it to like hold the dragon egg. And so I did my dragon egg as well. Really cool design. And so it's just kind of hangs down here. Helps to watch over the headroom as well. This is Tommy. Hey, buddy. He guards the headroom down here as well. We also have some pillager outposts. Really hard to do them on a mini scale, so it was not fun to do, but I think they turned out really cute. In here is one of the finished rooms. It's not fully done. I still have to do the wall and the ceiling, but it turned out pretty cool. We have the Pell Garden, so there's a creaking over there. Hi, creaking. If I don't look away, he won't move. Then we have like a little bridge and a river. The rest was good to spawn once upon a time, but I think they stopped spawning. Over here we have some of the wolves playing catch. Really cute. And then we have some rabbits and a cat having a picnic. And over here is some bees. I only have one bee at the moment, but it's just kind of hanging out there. And then I have an iron golem giving a little villager a flower. And then this is a farmer. I did have an actual villager down here, but I'm not sure where he went. Is he still down here? Gerald, where are you? There he is. Aw, he's sleeping under the cover. That's adorable. Okay, yeah, that's Gerald. And then over here, we have like the little sunflower plains. I need to add a lot more mobs down here, but I ran out of ideas for them. So this is a donkey trying to finish his book, but he fell asleep in the middle of the chapter. And then these are some horses picking apples, which I thought turned out really cute. This is a little crate of apples. And then if we continue out here, that's pretty much all I have for right down here at the moment. So if we go up here, there's one more room I can show you. We'll just fly over the dragon to get there. I have the end ship. I think it has interior. Alright, yeah, it does, but it's not possible to get in there yet. But you can see inside a little bit. Out here is gonna be the start of a train station that I want to have going all around the base to make it easier to travel. So this is the first station I have. It's the end station. I think it turned out pretty cute. And over here are my Endermen. This is Endy, Endly, and Ender. Because they love building, and I will show you some of the creations they have done before I moved them in here. But they just work really hard on building, and so I thought I'd give them a safe place to build where no one could bother them. And so every once in a while I reset this room and give them new piles of blocks to work with, but this is their current creation. I don't know what they've been trying to build in this corner, but it's been pretty cool. I built them that house over there so that way they could decorate it a little bit. They've already started taking the walls out, which is fine. They do what they want to do. And so everybody's like, won't they just teleport away? And yes, they can, but they choose not to. They like it in here, and so they stay. It appears they decided to try to make a pumpkin statue or something. I don't know what they're doing. They're random. One of their favorite blocks is actually pumpkins, which is ironic because they're scared of pumpkins, but I guess they like building with pumpkins. But anyway, we can keep an eye on them another time. I'll show you guys their building process and everything. It's a really relaxing place to just sit, honestly. Oh, I forgot. I also have little bees hanging lanterns, which I thought was really cute because I needed more light in this area. So there's just little bees carrying lanterns around. Really adorable. And then we can go back out. I need to get light in here, but it's fine. It will come later. And then we can fly out. Oh, good. It's daytime. So now that we're back up here, I guess I can show you my house. My house is right over here. It's like a little farmhouse. This is just a really cute little place. I really like it. This is actually my very first pet on this server, Screech. We actually traveled 62,000 blocks to get here because he lived at my other place, which is really far away. And it took a good couple hours just flying here, but we managed to make it here, didn't we, Screech? So he lives in here, and it's a really cute little house. I have a little upstairs. Plots are a little broken. They're in the process of being fixed. Oh, that scared me for a second. Little bee, what are you doing in here? Who knows? It's having the time of life, I guess. I have a little room over here. And then a little way to get back downstairs quickly. Then just some little rooms over here. Really cute. And then if you go downstairs, I have a little greenhouse. I thought it turned out really cute. And then out here, there used to be like a storage room and a pet shop, but I took those down. Not sure what else to build yet. So they kind of just are sitting here. I have a lot of llamas. Hi, llamas. Over here, we have a little horse stable on the back. I spent a few hours breeding horses one time. And so I got some really fast horses. This one is almost a max speed, as you can tell at the top. It is 14.21 out of 14.22, which is as fast as they can be. And this one, I just kind of let stay. I'm not really sure why I kept this one. I think that one's a pretty fast one. Oh yeah, it's a really fast one. And then this one is my high jumper. She is exactly a 5.29 jumper, so she can jump, I want to say, about 5 to 6 blocks high. And over here, we have a little flower shop. This is Tilly. Hi, Tilly, darling. Tilly actually started out in another server with me, and there's a whole really long lore on history of why Tilly's here and where Tilly came from. I might be able to tell you guys the lore sometime. It's a really interesting story. But anyway, Tilly is here now. We also have this little guy, and then we have Rocky. Over here, I don't know why this wandering trader shut up. Oh, he's all sigh and die. Okay. This is someone else's design. I'm not sure what the YouTuber was again, but they made... Actually, I think I might know. Yeah, I'll try to remember later. But they had a design for a flower farm, and I tried the design, but it didn't work very well because apparent flower forests are random, and so I turned it into an azalea farm, and apparently it's a llama farm as well now. Okay, but we also have this little wool shop guy. I used to have a wool farm, but I took it down and haven't built it again, so I have a few little bees in here. Don't know where everybody else went. Oh, now it's a llama in the house. Okay. It's also set up so there's a bell whenever the door opens or closes. Really pretty. I also made this little dog park area. It works really well for the dogs and for the foxes as well. This is Todd and Snowy. They both like to hang out here. Where to go next? I also wanted to go for more like a fantasy type theme base, but also more like a medieval type. I wanted to do a whole bunch of bases and just show them all together, but I couldn't figure out how to make it work without choosing one design. So I kind of decided to do everything. So this base is going to be split into lots of different sections. Excuse me, trader, I'm busy. But anyway, so there's you can see the giant mushrooms behind me. We'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, I sort of split this area into different like little towns or villages or something. And so, hang on, that is the wrong button. Over there is like the kingdom and like little farm type area. But if we go over this way, up here is actually one of the builds I made. It was a natural lava pool, and so I wanted to do something to keep the lava pool here, but also I needed a home for my 2 zombie piglins, which were in there, and so I made this little nether area. It turned out really cute, I think. I also made this little campsite area. You can just sit here and relax, and nice sitting area. This is the windmill from my build tutorial I did. It's the broken windmill. I think it turned out really pretty. And then this is my wolf nightmare. He kind of sits here and guards it. These are the crop farm areas. I had this little wheelbarrow design. Really cute. And then you just got the cocoa beans growing. And I actually do still have a creaking at rooms here at night, so it's really dangerous. But we have some little crop farms, some beetroot, some netherwort growing along the back here, some little beehives. This is one of my favorite wall designs. It can be pretty much as long as you want it. I might actually do a build tutorial if you guys would like to see how to build this wall. But I have different gates. And then pressure plates for easy entry. Down here, I made a little bit of a storage room. Because my other storage room was really awkward to try to get around. The staircases were everywhere. It was really annoying. And so I had chest monsters just kept popping up everywhere. And so I made this one to hopefully keep me more organized. So there's like 4 staircases all the way around. The chests are labeled. And it's just altogether a lot better, a lot prettier. Plenty of storage space. This is my ocelot Asha. She kind of hangs out down here for a little bit. Eventually I want to make her a home, but I haven't gotten to that yet. I also have this super smelter, so this is where I keep like all my treasures and my ores, and then I have this. And then I have some lava farms down here with some dripstone farms. And then if you climb up here, I have some boxes. Really pretty. Just gave it a little more life up here. And pretty cool. And then you can actually put, yeah, they're screeching boxes. Then you can put spore blossoms on like fences, so I have that. And then if we come out here, I made this statue. Her name is Nessa, or Nessie or something. This design was also from Megray, but I changed the color and did different blocks and just kind of gave it its own design. So the wings are made out of glass. He has cyan, blue, purple, and light blue for the wings. And he's kind of like a water dragon. I think it turned out really cool. Still got I made it a little too high. So I'm gonna try to do like some blocks below her and maybe make it look like she's standing on something. But for now, this is what it looks like. If we head back over here, there we go. It is dark again, and I think the creaking woke up, and I don't want to deal with him because he honestly scares me every single night, and it drives me insane. But over here, I guess you can start exploring the Mushroom Kingdom. Which the entrance is... Hang on, I know my way around this place. I built this whole place. Oh, it's llama. Alright, over here, this is Shroomville. So, there is 4 giant mushrooms, one based off of the crimson fungus, the brown mushroom, the wart fungus, and the red mushroom. And then we have a whole bunch of little smaller mushrooms that can be like little houses. Really pretty. The 4 big ones don't really have any interior yet. I'm still figuring out what to do with those. And there's quite a few empty ones, but then I had these little tiny ones you have to crawl into. Well, you can just crawl in, and they're a lot smaller, but might work like little tiny houses. I made this mushroom fountain. I think it turned out to be one of my favorite fountains. I absolutely love it. And then I've actually given a few people little houses. So here's one with the little interiors. Really pretty. And then each one is different. So we have like the honeycomb, orange room, and then the light and like the white and pink one. And then we have the geode one and the end ones. And all turned out really pretty. Then if we go down this way, I'm still making the path to get around here. But there's some little cave shrooms over here. So we have like another geode skulk one, and then that one's like a little pelmoss and coral one, with a moss one and a pelmoss one. And I might put a little mushroom patch here, but they all turned out really cute. And then continuing the tour, over here we have a little snack shack. So we have like little cookies and cakes and box treats and dog treats and cat treats and panda treats. And don't feed your parrot cookies, it will make them sick. But we have little treats over there. And then this is Lulu. She's one of my pandas. She's been exploring all around this place, so I finally made her a little home over here. I think she likes it pretty good. Do you like it, Lulu? She's just kind of staring at me. Then this is Silver. He was one of my first parrots. Fun fact about parrots is they love to dance to music. And so, Silver loves dancing, and I think Lulu also likes the music. Do you like the music, Lulu? Oh, 1 second. I have a treat for Lulu. We're just gonna steal a cake. I gotta restock the cake. So I feed them all to Lulu, so that's why I'm running out. Here you go, Lulu. Yeah, let's see. But yeah, she loves eating cake. It's one of her favorite treats. Well, I'll see you later, Lulu. You have fun. Alright. And then over here, I made this iron farm. The design is by a Jack Minecraft. It turned out really cool. I really like it. It's really efficient, and so like it has a higher system that turns into iron blocks and then turns the wires into milk. And so it gets a lot of iron really quickly. The music is kind of loud. I apologize. I'm gonna go turn it off, just so that way I can hear my own thoughts. So, alright, we can play that later. See you later, Silver. I'm also getting hungry. But if we continue on this way, we have the next little town area, and this is Hobbitonville. It's like a little Hobbitville, little Hobbit village. Really cute Hobbit houses. I really like how they turned out. Each one is different. I didn't want to do the same one twice, and so the outsides are kind of the same, but the interiors are all different, and there's quite a few of them down here, and I really liked it. And if you come over here, then you also have this little area, and really cool. And then if we continue back up here, I'm still getting pathways around this entire place and more details. But there's also these iron golems keep getting stuck like this. I don't know how. I gotta fix that. We have Frogcop Town. I think that's what I call this. Yeah, it's Frogcop Town. So I have some more mushrooms over here and some frog statues and a little frog statue in the center. And then we have the Frogcop Tavern. It's actually built inside a giant tree stump, which I love. And so we have this little guy sells free soup. But I think I'm running out of soup. Yeah, I got more. And then you get free bowls here. And then when you're done, you can just toss your bowls over here. And then they just get inserted back into the system. And then I store all my music discs up here. And then we have a little campfire. And then this is one of my wolves. And then if you don't want to deal with like all the chaos up here, hang on, it's a little tricky to get here. You can come over here, pull that lever, and you get to fall down here, right into this little quiet space. Where you get to sit with Fluffy. Ow. And then you can just climb back up the ladder. Pretty fun. And then you just go over here and flick the lever again, and it fits as a... Oh, it's a button. Oh, that's kind of cute. And then you can also come up here, and I have a little library. Really cute. There's a bat reading on the shelf up there. And so this is the librarian. Each one of these books, or most of them, were written by me, but I also have a few from other people who put their books in. And so, really cool. We might be able to just do like a little reading session one time. And then you can get a book by getting a library card. And so you just take your library card, trade it for the book, and then when you're ready to return the book, you can just return the book and get your library card back. So it's a pretty cool system. And then this is like a little quiet corner. Really safe. Especially since I love corners. And then you can have a little sitting area out here. But yeah, that's the little library. If we continue back down here, out here we have the little, this is Hopsy. She kept hopping away, so I have her currently tied up out here, but eventually I'm gonna move her back inside. This is the Frog Hop Inn. You can come in here and spend the night, and each room is pretty much the same, but really cute, and I really like it. It's built inside of a giant log. And then we have some frog statues up there. Over here we have the Frog Hop Sanctuary. So this is where I keep my frogs. This is Toad, Tortoise, and then Kermit. Then I know what you're thinking. Why didn't I make Toad and Kermit since he's green? Don't ask. I don't know what was going through my head. We have little frog lights, and they love to hop up them sometimes. And over here, one of my favorite builds in this area is probably this little fox statue. It's themed off of my fox Bitsin. Bitsin used to live in here, but she sadly passed away. But we also have little honeycomb and stuff dripping out down the side, and really pretty. I think there's only one stop left on this tour. We can go down the waterfall, because why not? Whee! And that place is my mine shaft. It's pretty cool. We have some more animals over there that I still need to make homes for. Let's see, how do I get to the mine shaft really quickly? I think we just gotta go this way. I have this giant crane here. The crane design was by Diddy HD. I'm sorry if I got your name wrong, but it was also reimagined by me, so I added the copper bits and everything, made it feel a little more old and stuff. And then if you come down here, this entire area was designed by me. We have little mine carts. Doesn't really lead anywhere. Just cool. Dang it. Mine cart's down there. Oh well. Up here we have this little stuff. I did a little helmet and TNT minecart. It doesn't work, thankfully. Okay, never mind. It does work. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, so, yeah, that's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Luckily it didn't damage anything. Okay, so they do work. Anyway, over here we have Steve. He's just getting back up here with a little box. And then down here, I left my minecart down here so we can just quickly send it back up. Over here, we have another little lava farm, and then we have like a stone generator. I found my pickaxe away, so we'll get to that. I'll grab it out later. But whether you use silk touch or a different pickaxe, whether you get stone or cobble, pretty cool. Over here, I have a little blacksmith. No, I don't know what it is. It's a little shop that sells different ores, so you can turn emerald blocks into diamonds and stuff like that. Over here I have some spiders. So I have Hiss in here, and then over there is Webs. Webs is fairly friendly, but he doesn't want to be nice today. And Hiss is escaping. Hang on. Hiss, get back in here. I'm gonna die doing this. Okay. There we go. We're fine. Don't open that door, apparently. And then over here, we just have a little thing to get you to the bottom. Kind of makes it a little dizzy, but it's not too bad. I don't have much down here, so it's kind of dangerous because of all the mobs. But where's the button? Oh, did I not even put a button down here? You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'll worry about that later. And then we just go all the way back up. And no, you stay up here. I don't know where you think you're going. And I already left that minecart up there, so we'll just fly. Oh wait, no, our fly is disabled because I died. And there you go. Oh wait, I forgot the bridge. Then over here, I have a little bridge which I made, and a little mushroom area. So these are my mushrooms. And then it's my little bridge. Really cute. I think it turned out really good. And then on top of the wall, there's like a little rail track, so that way you can get from around it pretty quickly. I do have a little... This is Goy Goy. He just loves riding on the rail. Just going back and forth. But yeah, let's head back up to the Diamond Orchid Keep real quick. It's a long walk trying to get from one place to the other around here, which is why I'm hoping to get train stations in. But we're almost there. We up the hill. That scared me so bad. I thought there was a tail or something. You know what? I'm fine. Everything's fine. But anyway, that's probably going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. And make sure to hit that like button. And I have a lot more planned for this place. It's going to be a lot bigger. Have a few more towns. And just a lot of stuff is going to be added soon. So let me know if you guys would like to see me show you some of the builds I do. Like if you'd like to go along with me while I build stuff. Or if you just want to see the after project of the builds. Or just anything like that. Feel free to let me know. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!